Howdy, howdy, everybody, and welcome back to Table for One, everyone's favorite board gaming extravaganza. So today we're playing something a little bit different, at least from things I've played before, and this one is called That Time You Killed Me. So how it works, there is 3 different boards, and on each of these boards, one of them is for the past, one of them is for the present, and one of them is for the future. And so how this works is everyone can each person takes 2 actions on their turn, and the turn consists of taking those 2 actions and then shifting your focus, which is this guy, so this focus token. So in this setup that the game has, white goes first because their focus is in the past. That's how you know someone's going first. And then the second player would then go into the future. So what you would do is you would choose one of the tokens in this section to play as. Like, if you have multiple tokens, you take 2 actions, and then you would shift your focus to either present or future. You cannot do past twice in a row. You can't do any of them twice in a row. So you have to keep shifting your focus. And what are the actions, I bet you're wondering? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask, because I'm sure you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. One of the actions, obviously, is just to move. Pretty straightforward. Another one of the actions is to sort of push like an enemy. So how this works is if you're there and he's there, you can sort of slide him aside. And then how you win the game is that your opponent has 2 arrows that they have no pieces in at all at the end of your turn. So let's say, and if I wanted to kill this guy, how I would do it is by sliding at him, pushing him into a wall. Other actions you can take is traveling in time. You can travel into a future era, so you can go from the past to the present or the present to the future, simply just by going from wherever you are to wherever it is in the future era. So if I'm on 5, I want to go to 5 in the future. Look at that, I'm in 5 in the future. The only thing is that you cannot travel to a place where there is already something or someone there. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be your opponent, it could be you, it could be a tree. And I'll get to that later. Another thing you can do is move backwards. Moving backwards is the same sort of mechanics as moving forwards. So you can either go from the future to the past, to the present, or the present to the past. However, every time you travel backwards, you leave another copy of yourself in the place you were. So let's say I was on 5 in the present. I want to go to 5 in the past. I then have to take one of my supply tokens and put it onto the present. And that's how you get multiple copies of yourself. You have to move back in time. Yeah, and you only have 4 reserve tokens. If your character dies, they don't get put back in your reserve. You have 7 chances to win, and you better take them well. Human may concern. Okay, you two, here's the deal. I'm writing this from the future. How is that possible? Well, one of you invented time travel. Take a moment if you need to let that sink in. One of you invented time travel. Congratulations. But here's the problem with time travel. Once you invent it, someone else can steal it, go back in time, give it to their former self, and claim that they invented time travel. Total zoot, isn't it? I don't know what the hell a zoot is, but pardon my language. Oh, that might not make sense to you yet. Oh, well, there you go. Zoot is a swear word here in the future. Pretty bad one. It means, well, you'll find out if you live long enough anyway. So the good news, one of you has invented time travel. The bad news, one of you goes back in time to murder the other and steal it. I know, right? You probably thought you were such good friends, such nice chaps, probably eating burgers together. You know the saying, everyone's your friend until you invent time travel. Well, you definitely don't know that saying yet, but it is very common here, specifically because of you two. So which of you invented time travel, and who stole it? That's the thing with time travel. Working out exactly what happened can get a little messy. It's going to take a while to figure out. There will be elephants involved. Zoot. I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to replay exactly what happened, but changing the past affects the future. And when time travel is involved, that can in turn change the past. So we'll have to replay it again and again. And then maybe a few more times after that, until we work out the truth. Or at least as close to the truth as we're ever going to get. Are you ready to work out which one of you is murderous, invention-stealing sardhead? Good luck. Well, good luck to one of you. The other one you can sard off. Sincerely, your best friend, or worst enemy, depending on which of you is reading this. So one of us invented time travel. And that was pretty much the basics of the game. However, every time you play it, you work with new different rules. There's 4 different chapters. You'd obviously want to start with chapter 1. What is chapter 1? Well, hey, I'm about to show you. It's growth. So there's 5 seeds, 5 shrubs, 5 trees, and 2 new rule cards. This chapter introduces a variety of new objects that you can interact with. Innocuous seeds, prickly shrubs, and impressive but unstable trees. When moving, pushing, or time traveling, tree spaces with seeds as if they are empty. Shrubs. Players and objects can't move into spaces with shrubs. A player is pushed into a shrub and they die. Trees. Trees can be pushed by players or other objects. When a tree is pushed, it topples into the next space. And what does toppling do? Well, I'm going to find out in a moment. Planting seeds. How do you get trees? Well, you start by planting seeds. Place a seed in your space or in an empty space beside you. If there are no seeds in the supply, you may not take this action, and you can grow it. When you place a seed of the same space and the next era is empty, place a shrub there. When you place a shrub, if the same space in the era is empty, place a tree there. Whoo-wee, that is some fancy schmancy stuff. So if you plant a seed, you pretty much already get a tree, which is friggin' whack. Just as you create life, you can uncreate it, though. You can remove a seed, and then you can remove a shrub from that seed, and then you can remove a tree from the shrub. Seeds can only share spaces with players. When placing other new objects like shrubs and trees, spaces with seeds count as occupied. When you push a tree, it topples into the next space. It then becomes a fallen tree, which can no longer be pushed. Toppling trees on your opponent is yet another great way to murder them. Hey. When a player or object moves or is pushed into a tree, the tree topples. Place a toppled tree is now a fallen tree. Players can't move into it, and when they are pushed into a fallen tree, they die. So it's essentially, I guess, a step 2 of a push. Or you can crush people. You can topple a tree onto them, kill them. Trees can't be pushed into walls or into other objects that can't be pushed. When a player is pushed into a tree that can't be pushed, they die. Oh, it's place, baby. And look at that, there's our stuff. And then here's, I guess, the rules. But I already read the rules, so I don't need them again. So we're just going to flip all those over. So white goes first. So let's make action 1 moving to 5. And then I really like the idea of this tree thing. So I'm going to place a seed on 6. Which then places a shrub on 6. Which then places a tree on 6. That's cool. I really like that. Those are my 2 actions. Now I must move my thingamadanger. Oh, I didn't even have it lock into place. Okay. Let's go to the present. Why not? Right? There's no reason not to. Actually, no. Let's go to the future. Because he's moving right now. So maybe I can use that move against him. So what is Black going to do now? Black, since his token's already in the future, he has to move in the future. He's going to go to 15, and then he's going to go to 14, I think. That just seems fair enough. And then he's going to bring his attention into the present. Get this out of here. And now it is White's turn. White is going to go 1. Now he doesn't want to stay behind that tree. Actually, it doesn't really matter because his focus isn't here yet. So we're gonna stay behind the tree. But the thing is, you have to take your 2 actions. You don't just not take a second action if you think it's gonna be beneficial. You have to take both actions. So I'm just gonna go 1 and then go back. You know, easy enough. And then we're just gonna sort of follow him just to see what's going on. Black is like, oh, you're something else, buddy. He's gonna take this guy, and we're going into the future, baby. So that's 1 action. So now I'm technically losing as Black because he's already got 1 place not occupied. So now Black has moved this guy backwards in time for 1, and we now have to still move this 1 piece in particular, so we're going to bring him up there. And now I'm going to put my attention into the past. And now, present me is like, oh, well, there's nothing for me to do here. Like really, this is exciting, isn't it? So we are going to move 1, move 2. And then we're going to put our attention... I really want to keep staying here, but we're going to go back to the past. It's not on purpose, I swear, Mr. Blackman. And his plan in the past is to make some more of them, so that way you don't just leave the present completely unoccupied. So what we're going to do is we're going to travel into the present for one turn, and then we're going to travel back to the past for another turn. And since traveling backwards leaves a space, leaves a token behind, we are now back in all three areas as black. Fantastic. Simply stunning. Now we're going back to the future. Da-da-da. Okay. White is in the past, so what he can do is he's gonna go 1, and then he's gonna place another tree. Now as his second action, he's now going into the future. So, what White plans to do on his next turn, and Black obviously sees this, it's a pretty obvious plan, is he wants to go 1 and then topple this tree, which then topples that tree, which then crushes him. He's not going to let that slide. So he can either move out of the way, or he can just topple the trees himself. And he's kind of waiting on an opportunity to crush him with those as well. So I don't think he's going to do that. But yeah, so he's going to move 1. He doesn't want to move towards him, because if he goes there, then he can go almost crushing him or whatever. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to go there. And then we're going to put our focus into the past again. Or not. Meanwhile, now it is White's turn. White is going... See, the problem with this is that obviously what White would want to do is go 1 and then push him for 2. However, actually no, he can do that. It's fine. But then he leaves himself super vulnerable, because then on his next turn he can do that, and then he won't be able to stop anything. Unless... So you know what, we're going to travel back and forward in time just to get us some more playing ground, and then we're going to go into the present. So his idea, it didn't work out completely. Now we're in the past. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go 1, 2. Yeah, that's fine. That won't kill us. Then we're going to go into the future. Now, present man is like, okay, well, let's see how this goes. He's going to go 1 and 2, and he's going to put his attention into the past again. Future man is now like, oh, okay, sounds good to me. He's going to go, oops, didn't see this coming. I did not see that coming at all, actually. 1 and 2, crushing him, crushing White, and killing his piece in the future. And now he's going to the past. So now we're in a bit of trouble. As White is in a little bit of a pickle. So what White is going to do is he is sending himself the hell out of here. He's going to go 1, and he's going to go 2. So now he's still in 2 different eras. Just now the past is completely unoccupied. And then he's going to put his attention straight into the future. And now what Black is going to do is he's just going to, well, I guess join him in a sense. Oh, we don't want to do that. Actually, do we want to do that? No, sure, let's do that. Let's go 1 and then 2. And then put our attention here. Because now what happens is this guy's is dead for sure. Because he didn't put his piece there, and then he can go 1 and then slide him off into the wall to squish him. So he needs to think of something quick. Oh, dude! Oh, no. I was thinking he could travel back to here, but it's not just mirrored. You know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna travel back in time twice. Leaving 2 different markers. Really sweetening the pot there. And we're going to the present. You know, we'll go to the past again. I really like the past. Don't judge me. Okay, and then, let's see, so for Black, he's in the present right now, he's gonna go pushy, 1, and then squishy, for 2. Oh, why did I do that? See, in my head, I thought he would just stop here for some reason, but yeah, no, he would have been there, and then I could have squished him out. That was really stupid. But he can't stop me from not doing that next turn, unless he does something in the future, which is the only place he has pieces otherwise. And he's gonna go 1, and he's gonna plant a seed. No, we don't want to plant a seed just yet. You do not want to do that, because then he would just push the trees and kill him, which we really don't need. He's not doing too great. You don't want to plant a seed there. But you can't plant a seed there, because then the bush wouldn't grow and the tree wouldn't grow. Ooh, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that, and then we'll put a seed there. Which then grows a bush there. So now black is quite literally stuck in that corner with white. There's no way he can get out of it. Future black is now, I guess, gonna go 1 and then 2. We're gonna topple this in this direction, killing this guy, crushing him with a tree. Yeah, white is not. White is absolutely gonna lose this fight, for sure. But you know, we're finally about to kill a single piece of his. We're gonna go 1, squishy squish. Look at that, we got a piece. Could go 2 to the future. Let's do that. Yeah. And then we'll go to the future. Future me's got a plan. Past this guy can only really do a couple things. What do we want to do with him? We still have a lot of pieces on the side, so maybe we just want to go back in time, back into the future. Just get some pieces up, and then we can start working with the past again. Okay. So now, white's turn. White's in the future. The only thing you're going to really do here is topple this tree this way, and then just move for 2, I guess. And then we're going back to the past. Black in the past, what's black going to do? Black's going to go 1, he's going to just shlink that seed up. Which then shlinks that bush up, which then shlinks that tree up. And then he is going to go to the future. Gee, this is awful. It's like a bad... Yeah, I did not play good as white at all in this game. Jesus. Or I played amazing. Let's do 1. I really want to put another seed there, but that's not how that's going to work. But what I could do is this. And then... No, but that wouldn't help the situation at all. Damn it. What do I do? I'm sure there's a good idea somewhere. I think the good idea is to just go into the future and then also back in time at the same time. So then we'll just put our focus in here, because there's no reason to put it in there, because he's just going to die, because black's going to go 1 and he's going to for 2. Jeez. Yeah, we got destroyed. Oh, wait, what did I do? Okay, so now we really have to put our thinking caps on, boys. Because next turn he's going to kill that and win. So we need to devise a plan that is so smart. I don't know it. I don't know it at all. Nope, it could help. Yeah, we can go 1 and then future for 2. Keep in mind, we can no longer move back to the past, because we ran out of tokens to put in place of us. So where these guys are now, they're staying there. It's just how it is. We're going into the future. So we can kill that guy. Now it is black's turn. Black's going to go 1. Black's going to squish for 2. And then he's going to make his way. He doesn't really need to go there. He's going to go here, because why not, right? He's going to squish this dude. And then stand there. Getting ready for a topple or something. So now it is his turn. He's gonna go forward and backward. Just to put some more people in the future to try and just take him out. You know, the men in black are coming in. They're ready. They're ready to murder this man. I don't know if the men in black deal with aliens now with time travel. Maybe, I'm sure that was part of the job. I think I only ever watched the first one, but I barely watched the first one. So now it is, he's gonna go into the future, because there's no reason for him to go into the past. Or is there? No, there really isn't. Now it is white. Oh, I didn't put his token to somewhere else. Okay, so he's gonna go 1, 2, and into the future. He's going to, oh, well, 1, 2. Goodbye. Good work. And at the end of his turn, it has been discovered through the powers of nature and all that is holy. What? Just fucking die. He's only in 2 places. So he's lost the game on his turn, because black checks for victory. White is clear here and clear here on his turn. So he won, believes it or not. Despite all of White's antics with planting trees and just trying to be a good person, didn't end up that way. Which is truly a shame. So he's dead. Well, I was expecting a much longer game out of that, to be completely honest with you, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. So that was that time you killed me, everybody. So, stop killing me. Or just don't do it. It's not cool to do that. So if you enjoyed, feel free to just come on in and watch some more stuff. I don't care what you do, but it'd be nice. So thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye now.